grade 8s, we're just going to take a few minutes to review the homework you had last night. On page 216, I assigned questions numbers 1 and 2. And the key question we're trying to answer today is how can we multiply two improper fractions or mixed numbers? Now, to start off this section, the model is very important. One of the most common mistakes that kids make when they see questions like this, and I'll just get my pen out here to demonstrate what I'm talking about, is they look at a question like this and they say 1 times 1 is 1, and they say 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4, so the answer must be 1/4. That won't work. I can tell you now that if you do that, you'll get the question wrong. So do not do it like this. You do not multiply the whole numbers and then multiply the fractions. That will not give you the correct answer. Because if you multiply 1 times 1, yes, you've done this square here when you find the area. And you've done this little square over here. You've found the area of A and D, but you have not found the area of B or C. So in order to get the correct answer to this question, you're going to need to find the area of all 4 sections. So let's try the question. Let's see what 1 and 1/2 times 1 and 1/2 is. So you see this model, how it's set up. You have your 1 and 1/2 set up right here, 1 and 1/2, multiply by 1 and 1/2, 1 and 1/2. What is the total area of the large square? Show your method. Express the total area as a mixed number in lowest terms. Well, if you're going to have to find the area of the entire square, probably the easiest way is to do it one square at a time. So let's find the area of square A. Well, we know that when we find the area, it's usually length times width. So for the area of A, it's 1 times 1. So the area of A is 1. The area of B is this section right here. And I got a one side, which is 1/2. And this side here, well, it's going to be the same as this one, so that's a 1. So 1 times 1/2. Well, anytime you multiply a number by 1, you get the same answer. So 1 times 1/2 must be 1/2. C is going to be 1/2 multiplied by 1, because it's 1 up there. So that's another half. And then D is going to be, if that's 1/2, that's 1/2. And if that's 1/2, that's 1/2 times 1/2. For D, I get an answer of 1/4, because 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. So let's now add them up. So I got 1 plus a half plus another half plus a quarter. So if you remember today or yesterday, we have to find common denominators here before we can add these fractions. So just move that down there. So I'm going to make these ones 4. So that'll become 1 plus 2 over 4. I simply multiply both the top and bottom by 2. Plus 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4. Okay, so let's do that now. I got 1, so 2/4, 4/4, that's 1 whole already, 5/4. So that gives me an answer of 1 and 5/4. Problem is I can't have an improper fraction in a mixed number, so I have to get rid of that. So 4 goes into 5 one time. So that's 1 time. I'm going to add 1 more to this whole. It's going to become 2 with 1 left over. So the answer is actually 2 and 1/4, not 1 and 1/4 like we had up here. When you multiply 1 times 1, you said it was 1 and 1/4. You can see the actual answer should be 2 So the final part of that question asks us to write an equation to represent the multiplication. Well, they gave us the expression. All we have to do to make it an equation is put an equal sign and write down what the answer was, which was 2, so that over 2 1/4. So the equation you would have wrote down is 1 and 1/2 times 1 and 1/2 is 2 and 1/4. And that's the answer to question B. So they want you to try the same method for question number 2. So model each of the following multiplications using the same model as number 1. Express each total as a mixed number in lowest terms. So you're going to be setting up models that look just like this one over here. Let me just get my pen out here. Let's go with pen there. So 2 and 1/2 times 2 1/2. So you always put the whole number around square A. 2 and 1/2 multiplied by 2 and 1/2. So I'm going to do 2A, but I'd like you to press pause, try it yourself, and then come back and see if you got the correct answer. Just press play when you come back. Just a reminder, you do not multiply 2 times 2 to get 4, and 1/2 times 1/2 to get 1/4. The answer will not be 4 and 1/4. So here we go. I suspect you've tried this one on your own already. Let's see how you did. Let's find the area of square A. I'm just going to do it right into the square. So 2 times 2, the area of A is 4. And we're not going to worry about units during this stage of the game. The area of this little rectangle B here is 1/2 times 2. So what is 2 times 1/2? 2 times 1 over 2. Okay, that's going to give you 1 whole. And if you're not sure why, you multiply 2 times 1, 2, 1 times 2, 2, for a total of 1 whole. So the area of B is actually equal to 1. So I'm already up to 5. So you can see how this whole number 4 can't be correct. Let's find the area of C. Well, it's the same thing. 2. If this is 2, then this must be 2 as well. To find the area of C, it's 2 times 1/2, which gives me another area of 1. So I'm actually up to 6 as my whole number. The last area I have to find is area D. So I know if this is 1/2, this must be 1/2, and if this is 1/2, this must be 1/2. 1/2 times 1/2, D is equal to 1/4. So let's add them up. So 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1/4. 4, 5, 6. The answer is 6 and 1/4. So you can see that multiplying these does not work. The answer is not 4 and 1/4. The answer is actually 4, 5, 6 plus 1/4. You should have got an answer of, 6 and 1/4. Okay, so I've done a couple of examples for you. What I'd like you to do now is to do B and C on your own, the exact same way that I showed you today. If you need to go back and play the video over again and you're not sure how to use the area model, come back, play it again until you get it. Once you finish those, you're going to go on to page 217, and I want you to attempt to do page 217. Number 3, A, B, and C. You're going to fill in this chart. You're going to use the answers that you got from questions 1 and 2 to fill in this chart. And then you're going to actually come up with a rule for multiplying 2 improper fractions. Okay, so the goal, hopefully, after you finish question 3, A, B, and C, is you come up with a couple of rules for multiplying improper fractions and mixed numbers. I want you to turn to page 220, and you're going to see these key ideas, and these are crucial to this section. I want you to copy down the first bullet key idea and the second one. We're not going to worry about the estimation right now. So we should have learned by now that you can model multiplication of two mixed numbers or improper fractions using partial areas of the rectangle. So each one of these is a partial area. And the eureka moment you were supposed to have, hopefully, was that a rule for multiplying two mixed numbers is to express them as improper fractions first, which was the way that Jade showed us yesterday, and then multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, just like you would with proper fractions. So you can see here they changed 1 2/3 to 5/3, 2 1/5 to 11/5, and they multiplied 5 times 11 and got 55, and then 3 times 5 and they got 15, and then they wrote it out into lowest terms and got 11 over 3. Now they didn't do it here, but they could have easily changed that back to a mixed number in the end. So let's get my pen here. Let's see, 3 goes into 11, what, 3 times? So that's 3 times, 3 times 3 is 9, so there's 2 left over. So the final answer for that one would be 3 2/3. So just change these to improper fractions, just like they did here. Multiply straight across, get your number, reduce it, put it back into a mixed number. So again, copy the two key ideas, the first one and the third one, into your notebook now. So for homework for Friday, I would like you to go to this is page 220. So turn your textbooks to page 220, and you are going to work on question 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down to 12. Okay, so we've got 9 practice questions, and we've got some application questions here below. And I'd like you to try all of these. So for the number 6, if they don't tell you to use a model, you don't have to use a model. You can use that rule where you change it to an improper fraction. But if it does, like in number 7, I want you to use the model. You'll be evaluated on the model as well. But if it just says estimate and calculate, don't worry with the estimation part. Just do the calculation. Okay, that's all I want you to work on. And that is due on Friday. Have a good day.